Okay, guys, we're recording. I'm going to make this full screen. If for some reason it does not move forward as I move forward, let me know. Kimberly, shoot me a text or something along those lines. But let's go ahead and get in and get moving. Here we go. Okay, Catherine, as I said, is she is actually getting prepared for the tropical storm right now. So she is in her garage moving things around. But Catherine and I sat down and started talking about all the different things that are available in our Mid-Atlantic territory. And as we added up these things, we sort of both looked at each other and thought, hey, we need to share this in some form of a webinar. So that's what we're going to do today. So the purpose is to share. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of programs that are going on throughout the Mid-Atlantic. And while not all of the programs are offered everywhere, I will let you know when it comes to that point. But the biggest thing I can let you know is all of our programs are free of charge, all of them. And the way we do this is through various fundraising. We are now in our Walk to Defeat the ALS season. So we're in our walk season. They're a lot of fun. We have Team ALS challenges and then generosity of donors throughout the year. There's a lot of local events that take place. Give me a few seconds to tell you a little bit about the walk program, because I've been here for a while and I've had people that have said, I'm going to make these walk teams. They make walk t-shirts and they come to the walk in small or big groups. That's fantastic. Really fantastic. But I also want to let you know, I've had people that have said to me, I'd like to walk, but I don't really have a team. I'd like to come to the walk. If that's the case, let your care service coordinator know, because I can guarantee you they can hook you up with a team that would love to have you. You'll meet some new friends and have a lot of fun. I've had some people say, I can't make it, but I'd like to still walk. We have like what we call virtual walkers, people that maybe somewhere else. There was a family, I just read that they had family members in Germany and they walked in Germany at this walk. And then if you just say, hey, I don't want to go to the walk, but I want to support it. Your care service coordinator, I'd like to support a team. They can give you a team name and support. So there's a lot of different ways, but the walk program is our biggest way of us being able to provide what I'm getting ready to tell you free of charge. Okay, I did hit record. I just wanted to make sure. So the program's available. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this page because we talk about each of these, but I divided it up. Catherine and I divided it up into national and territory. And some of you out there might be in, well, some of those things under territory are really national programs. Really, my division is the one on the territory program side are programs that you really need to talk to your care service coordinator about. The national programs are stuff that you can find on your own and go on your own. I will also give a copy of this PowerPoint to the, oh, you're still on the first page. So hold on, guys. Let me do this. Okay, you gotta love when things don't work out like you think they are. So let me try this. Okay, Kimberly, let me know if things are moving on, okay? So this is the page that I talked. Let me make sure it's still recording. Yep, it's still recording. Okay, gotta love well-made plans, right? So as I said, I divided these up. Yeah, and Kimberly, let me know if it's not moving forward. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe when I made it big for the whole thing, it only moved forward on mine. So the national programs are things you can get on your own. I'm going to provide the care service teams a copy of my PowerPoint so you can have it, because it's got a lot of links out there. And I hope, okay, you can see it. Yay, good. So the funny thing is it's not moving over on my big computer, but I'm going to watch this one here. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the ALS journey. And this is a new program that we put together. It is a online interactive tool that lets you control the information that you receive, I guess is a good way to put it. Basically, what it does is you go on, you register, you fill out a couple questions, and it delivers and gives resources and information about what you need to know now. And over time, you can adapt it to find more information. But basically, I've heard it said that it meets you where you are and gives you information you need at that time. It's I think it's going to be really a good program. It's new, so we are starting out with my ALS journey. The next thing that I wanted to share with you is we try to share as much information as we can as an organization and association. We have a couple newsletters. I did not add to this that we have our the newsletters that come out every month that include information about what's going on with the chapter walks, etc., like this. I targeted these because these are stuff that people might not know about, and I wanted to make sure you did. So the Care Matters e-newsletter, it's a quarterly newsletter, and obviously it concentrates on information about ALS care, disease management, and provides resources like that. It's quarterly. The Research Matters e-newsletter is monthly, and obviously it targets research. So it's going to talk about the latest research discovery, advances in technology, and treatments. Those two websites there, you would go, you sign up, and you get these newsletters on a regular basis in your email. Now, I also put that there is a Living with ALS Care Service webinar, and you're probably like, well, that's what we're listening to right now. But no, believe it or not, our national association also has a monthly webinar series. Some great information. They try to do the same thing we do. Maybe we do it better. No, we actually really don't. That's just me saying that because I just did. So they provide a monthly webinar series, and they're archived. A lot of good information there because they've been doing it a lot longer than we have. Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the caregiver education course. This course it's also new. I think it's a really well put together course. So basically what it is it's not only a course for caregivers in the home, but we're sharing this course with agencies that provide caregivers. You could share it with let's say, for example, you had a paid caregiver or an organization that provides caregivers. We would be glad to share it with them. It would be free to them also. Like I said, everything we offer is free of charge. And what this does is this is an education course for caregivers based on ALS. So it's going to talk about the physical and emotional impacts of ALS. It's going to give people interventions that are not only good, but what you should not do. And it's going to talk about safety and wellness, a really, really well put together program. So I'm really excited about the things that we are able to offer now. We got a lot going on, y'all. So Care Connection. How many out there, if I could see you raise your hands, I'll raise your hand for you. How's that? How many of you out there have had someone say to you, hey, just let me know what I can do to help? And then maybe a week later you think, oh, I wish I would have said, do such and such. What this is a very simple online tool that helps organize these people who have said that they want to help. So I'm going to use this as an example. Let's say that you need someone to mow the grass on Tuesday. you can put, need someone to mow the grass on Tuesday, and they would see it. And if they could do it, they would be able to do it. They coordinate. Real nice, very, very, very simple. And we will also, if you have questions about how we are working with care service coordinators with volunteers. We're working with the volunteer program that we have going on to help people also set up the Care Connection. So another really good program that we have there. Okay, y'all, I'm going to shift now to the side of that earlier PowerPoint page. I don't know what else to call this, and go toward the territory. The following things are things that you would want to talk to your care service coordinator about. Whoop, did I? Oh, I jumped the gun. Take back that last statement. So far, looking ahead at the pictures, I'm not doing too good. So also available to you on our website is a lot of information about youth services. You can get this information printed, you can get it online. It covers how to talk to young children on up to older children. A lot of good information there. And there is the website for that. This order portal is where you can get a lot of the printed information and even more than what I've included here. So you can go in and you can order for free and they will send you copies. So if you're looking at this, I wanted to point out a couple things. You see the picture of the children's, the youth services, one of their brochures. It has the basic brochures that we have that have been put together about the various aspects of ALS. But I wanted to point out a couple different things. First of all, let me tell you, a lot of this stuff is offered in Spanish if needed. But I wanted to point out a few things on that little picture right there. The first, if you see that person sitting in a wheelchair, you can order signs, and that one says female caregiver in the restroom. So that would be a sign that a female caregiver would put on the outside of the men's room if they were helping someone in there to let people know, hold on, wait a second, this is what we got going on. The other file of life, the one back in the corner over there, is a great thing to keep with a lot of information, your doctor's information, what you want done, your information. But y'all, the respiratory therapist in me likes the small one down here the best out of all of these in the picture. Sort of hard to tell what size that is, but folded up, it's the size of a credit card and it can fit in your wallet. And what does it have on it? Why do I like it so much? Well, it's got information for the basics, your name, your doctor, a caregiver emergency number. That's always good to have. But it has a couple other things. It has on one side something that says to the effect, I have ALS, please give me time to get to speak, okay? So they know to give you a little bit of time and to listen. It also, it's hard to see, but it has, and it's small because it folds up, but it has an actual alphabet board if needed. But my favorite part, as I said, the respiratory therapist in me, this is why I like it the best, is it has on one side that it states that if you are having problems breathing, do not just put me on oxygen. Give me some form of mechanical ventilation in the form of a BiPAP or something like that. Those aren't the exact words, but it's what it is saying, so that folks know not to just give you just straight oxygen, that you need some help in ventilation. So the respiratory therapist in me, that's why I like that one the best. And then I'm going to head over to our multidisciplinary clinic support. I'm always telling people, you know, there's a lot of really good clinics out there, and through multidisciplinary clinics and through our territory, we've got a lot of really, really good clinics. And so I tell people, you know what? In my mind, I'm not concerned with which one you go to. I just want to make sure you're going to a multidisciplinary clinic that you feel comfortable in. So there are all of our sorry guys, all of our multidisciplinary clinics are use evidence-based care, okay? And they meet the standards based on the AAN, fancy word for American Academy of Neurology practice parameters. So these are the best practice. You've probably heard the word best practice before. These are the best practice parameters. The certified centers have met the standards, obviously they all of the AAN practice parameters. They also have ALS related research on site. So they're doing some form of research, okay? They also go through a comprehensive, and I cannot tell you that word comprehensive doesn't really cover it quite enough, because it really is a comprehensive site review. They also fill out a lot of paperwork. It goes through the national, we have a clinic certification team. They go through a lot, they answer a lot of questions, and then they do have this actual on-site review. A recognized treatment center has that same high quality approach in their care, but they may not have the research, the ALS related research. And then there's affiliated clinics, which I couldn't find a little badge for. They are also, all of these clinics are affiliated because we have a liaison, that we work with them one-on-one. We have meetings with their directors. We interact with them on a regular basis, and we provide liaisons with our care service coordinators in the actual clinics. They go to clinic when clinic happens. So affiliated is also another form of our clinic. All of them, we got some really good ones in the area, you guys. So now, what I said earlier, now we're going to the side of the PowerPoint that talks about the care, that talks more about, you need to talk to your care service coordinator about this information. So we do case management. Basically, we have care service coordinators throughout our territory that live in the area that those living with ALS live in, okay? They do things like facilitate support groups. They will provide a lot of resources, okay? That's one of the things that they really do. They help you provide resources. Now, they can't give you medical advice because they're not doctors, but they know enough about the disease that they can give you some general information and they can give you resources. They also work really closely with the multidisciplinary clinic team. So they'll pick up the phone or send an email to the clinic team and help you out there. They are liaisons between the folks living with ALS and their family members with the association and the community. I tell you, great group of folks, which I'm sure you guys already know, that really have a heart of gold. All of them have a heart of gold. I wanted to talk a little bit about support groups because we have a variety of support groups. We've got some that I call them traditional or support groups for everybody, okay? And then we have some support group for caregivers, caregiver only. We're talking about what other kind of support groups that we can do. So a lot of things I think you'll see. We got a lot of exciting things going on. It's even going to continue and get even more exciting. But I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about support groups because I've been doing this a while. And support groups, in my mind, are an excellent spot to meet people, to share ideas, information, feelings, just to be able to talk to someone who is going through the same thing. However, I've had people say, you know, I'm not really a support group kind of person. And now that we're doing everything through Zoom, and I'm not going to take credit for this, one of the, I think it was actually Catherine who was saying that she tells folks, you know what, if you don't want to attend this support group, why don't you just come on the Zoom? You don't have to put your picture up there. You can have it just a blank screen. You don't even have to put your name. You can sit in the back and just listen. And I think what's happened is some of the folks who have done that have realized, hey, this is a pretty good thing. And they've actually ended up sharing ideas and and working with talking with other families. Got to be careful what buttons I hit on the computer. Things go wonky. Okay, compassionate kinship for caregivers program. You do need to contact your care service coordinator for this. We have a group of volunteer. We call them our care service, our compassionate kinship for caregiver mentors. So these mentors have gone through specialized training. And what this program does is it matches a mentor up with someone who just might want somebody to talk to, a little extra support than the big support group meetings. One-on-one, it could be something simple as a text or an email or a phone call, because these mentors are folks who have been in the same shoes at one time in the past. And what's nice about this program is we've got our mentors sort of cover different things. We've got one mentor who speaks Spanish. We've got one mentor whose loved one was on a trach and event. We have a gentleman mentor. We have a mentor whose husband was a veteran, so is familiar with that. So you get the idea. We try to match people with the mentor that we think would help them the most. And they're a great group of folks who are doing this mentoring. Now, they're going to offer emotional support. They're not going to give you medical support. They will offer emotional support because they've had that same experience, that shared experience. So that's a really exciting program, I think. And then you might know about the Mid-Atlantic Territory webinar series, maybe because we are sitting on it right now. It is also archived, and we try to do it every month. I think I might have missed a month or so, but yeah, one more way of us to be able to share information with you. Let me take a look at my time, make sure. Good, we're doing good, y'all. So medical equipment loan closet, you need to contact your care service coordinator, but equipment over time may be needed for those living with ALS that might help with safety, mobility, just helping with things around the house. I will tell you that we have a variety, we have a variety of equipment in our loan closets. Our loan closets are actually housed in the corner of a durable medical equipment or mobility company. They give us a corner or a room to put our equipment in and help us take care of it. So equipment varies by location, which is why you need to talk to your care service coordinator. The next program is honestly, it's one of my favorites. It's the virtual, although I can't say it very fast, virtual home modification and safety assessment program. So basically what this program is home assessments, actual home assessments are completed by a home modification specialist who works for the ALS Association. So if you're talking to your care service coordinator and you're talking about modifying your home or your bathroom or safety or things like that, they can suggest this program, or you can ask them about this program. They would put a referral. It's all done by Zoom, FaceTime, Skype, or Duo. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have no idea what Duo is, but it can be done by Duo. And you will literally go around the house with whatever device you're doing, and the specialist will say, measure that doorway. Let me see the access in the bathroom. Let's talk about the front door. And then they will do this virtual walkthrough and provide an assessment. And what's really nice about it is You and I could call up a contractor and say, hey, I need to get my bathroom modified. And they'd come and they'd go, yeah, and it's $40,000, and you might be scratching your head on that one. This program is going to take into account basically what you're able to do. If you're unable to blow out your bathroom and do a full one, they're going to give you ideas and information on equipment that will help you make the home safer. I really, really like that program. So our assistive technology services, or our AT folks, I'm going to tell you, I love, and I haven't done it in a while, I might just sort of drop in on them one day. I love going out with our AT specialist out in the field, because I am amazed at the stuff they come up with. I just scratch my head, because I'm like, I would have never thought of some of the stuff that they come up with. So we do have a team of specialists, and they identify what needs. So a lot of times I've had a specialist reach out to someone living with ALS just to talk about what the options are. They will do device training. They'll do demos on the devices. They'll tell you about them. They'll help answer questions, and they advocate. They do a lot of advocacy for the needs, and technology-wise, for the needs of those with ALS. Underneath that ALS specialist, some of the stuff that they do and they have, like the medical equipment loan closet, they have an AT loan closet. And it covers, and it's for those that may not be able to access this equipment on their own. And it goes everything from low tech, like your communication boards, up to your high tech, like your eye gaze devices, eye gaze computers, and everything in between, your iPads and your tablet with speech programs on it, the little boogie boards that you write with a finger or a stylus and hit a button and it erases, switches, to call bells. Some of their switches, y'all, you don't even have to touch. They can put them, I think they call them proximity switches. You can put them right here, and just a little bit of movement will enable that switch to call someone. They're amazing at the stuff they come up with. We also have a voice banking sponsorship. Our territory's partnered with a voice banking company called Acapella, and they've helped provide funding and equipment and support for those who are interested in the voice banking process. I would say to everybody out there, if you haven't thought about voice banking, go ahead and think about it, and think about it early, so you can get a voice and understand the process and get a voice that you may want to use later on. A great program, and they really walk you through it. They make it a lot easier than it used to be years ago. AT kits are basically customized kits that have a lot of environmental controls, different kind of things in them. But I'm going to tell you, the AT kits are not available everywhere. They are provided by grants. So at different county levels and state levels, they may provide funding for these kits to be put together. So those kits have to stay in that county or that state. Now, we are always looking for funding for all of this stuff to stretch our programs even further. And this is another one that we're looking to stretch even further. And I will tell you, if you missed the AT week, every August, 1 week in August, our AT team gets together and presents every day a different topic. So 5 days of topics. If you missed it, they just did it this past month in August, and a lot of different topics, and they are archived where you can go back and look at them. Okay. So I told you some of the stuff we have is location specific, and I wanted to touch on those. Grants. We do have a variety of financial grants that are available and to help cover expensive. But I'm going to be honest with you, our grant availability is determined by our funding programs. So that's why I said earlier, please help get out there and walk with us so we can offer these grants to more and more people. Okay. The grants if the funding's available for certain situations, your care service coordinator can talk to you about those grants. And then we have a new program that we're well, it's new in some areas, not so new in others, that we're trying to really expand. This is a really great program. It's the RAMP Reutilization Program. And right now it's available in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And it just started, which is why I say we're expanding and growing, y'all. It just started in West Virginia. So what this does is this provides steel ramps to folks that don't have other resources to get a ramp, okay? And once again, the grant availability is determined, one, by the amount of materials, and I'll explain that, and the success of our funding programs. So we have had some grants that have, some funding, I should say funding grants that have been given to us specifically for these ramp programs. They enable us to work with, some AMRAMP companies in these areas. It's AMRAMP, and they purchase with that money a bunch of pieces. I almost call them like Legos, because they sort of, there's all these different pieces and they put them together to make the ramp that is safe for the area that we're putting the ramp up. So they will purchase these and they're out there. Once a ramp is no longer needed because they're steel and they last, we take those pieces and we reutilize them. So as our program grows, as we're able to purchase more material, the success, the program will have more pieces and be able to grow even more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we are coming down to the end, you all. I wanted to share our territory websites: DC, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, South Carolina, and Northern Ohio. So whether it was the things that I called national programs or the things that I called territory programs or any of the thing, please reach out to your care service coordinator for any information. They'll be able to share information on all of these things. So I hope that you can see that we are moving and shaking here in the Mid-Atlantic territory, coming up with new programs that we offer. So let me see. I'm going to head over, hopefully this works, to the question and answer. Yes, it does. Yes, the printed materials are free of charge. So for example, that order portal, you can go in and it'll let you order a copy. It'll send you straight to your house. Everything is free of charge. Everything. So any other questions or anything? Come on, y'all, have at it. Wet my whistle there. Okay, I'm going to wait a minute or so. We actually, whoop, here we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Barbara. She said it was a fabulous, I feel like I'm blowing my own horn. Fabulous presentation and definitely needed. So good, because when Catherine and I sat down and started talking about all these programs, it was like, you know what? I think we need to make sure everybody realizes just what all we're trying to do and how we're really trying hard to help folks. So thank you so much, Barbara. That is really appreciated. So it was a short presentation today. Next presentation, I should have written it down, is in October. It is, I believe, on advanced directives, which is going to be a good one too. That's a well-needed one also. So, oh, and I'm always telling folks, let your care service coordinator know topics, because I jokingly tell people I know all the words to the Sound of Music and I am not afraid to use them. So when you see me show up for a PowerPoint presentation, you should probably be afraid. Okay, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes just to see if anybody has anything, if any of the care service coordinators have anything that they would like to add that they think I missed. please don't hesitate to jump in and add something. Oh, here we go. Where do you find contact information for your care service coordinator? So if you are registered, Ray, with our association, then that would have been the person who reached out to you. If not, if you, let me see, if you tell me where you live, I can see, well, you know what? I don't want to hit buttons. I can go check and see later on afterwards if you are registered with us. So I'm assuming it would be the person who sent you the link to this webinar. Okay, but I will follow up. Let me make sure I've got, yeah, okay. Got you on my small computer. That's why I keep looking to make sure I can read that small print. So I will see what we can do to make sure that you know who your care service coordinator is, okay? Because they work, like I said, they work throughout the territory, and most likely it's the person who sent you the link, but I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. What is the October date for the next meeting? October 26th, the Thursday, the 26th at 1 o'clock. Thank you. Connecting people to existing walk teams for the walk. Do we have access to all the walk teams? Who do we ask about the teams? So let me break that down and see if I can answer this correctly. Connecting people to existing walk teams. If you happen to know someone, let's talk about down here, we have the Tidewater Walk, so I'm going to use that as an example. So if you just happen to know, oh, so-and-so has a walk team, and someone says to you, you know, I don't want to have a team, but I'd like to join a team, you can connect the two of them together. Or if your care service coordinator can go online and look up teams, because any of us can go online so example, for Tidewater, we'd go online and we'd look up the ALS walk to defeat, yes, what would we look up? The walk to defeat ALS Tidewater, and bring it up, and it'll bring a list of teams. Or your care service coordinator might know, like I happen to know some teams in this area that would love to have people walk with them. So I would say reach out to your care service coordinator and they can help connect with that. And if anybody's looking for a walk team in Tidewater, reach out to Catherine, because she knows one that's sort of special to me. All right, any other questions? Drum roll. All right, you guys. Oh, here we go. Good. Thank you. Okay. Where can I find a device that might help me if my care service coordinator does not know? For example, I need something to help with getting dressed. Okay, so Barbara, if you go to a clinic, I would say that you need to reach out to the occupational therapist at that clinic. Because that's helping dressing is their thing. If you don't go to a clinic, I would still reach out to my care service coordinator, because we have an occupational therapist on our team. I don't guarantee they're going to be able to say, oh, well, this is what you need, but they may be able to share with your care service coordinator some ideas. But I would start, if you go to a clinic, talking to the clinic occupational therapist, because that's their ballpark. Good deal. All right. And you know what, you guys, I'm going to tell you, your care service coordinators, there's a lot of info in their brains. And what I used to say when I was a care service coordinator was I might not, there might be a lot of stuff I don't know, but I know people who can help. And that's the same for them. They probably know a lot more than I knew, but they also know areas of where to turn to try to get help. And they will definitely try the best they can. Pretty good group of people to work with. All right. I'm gonna wait 1 or 2 more minutes. And other than that, for the care service team who is on this call, I will be sending out the PowerPoint, and you can share it with whoever would like it. If you happen to put something, oh no, if you happen to put something in the chat. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so in reference to the dressing, there's not a device to help dress, but there are strategies to suggest. So your occupational therapist can give you strategies. And it says here, Kim has her hand up. Oh my, you guys are acting like I know how to do this technology thing. So where is Kim's hand? Oh, a couple people have their hands up. Well, Catherine, are you able? I see you're on board now. Are you? I can't help. So, great. Thank you. Let's see how. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to start with, it looks like Joan's hand's up. Joan, I'm going to use you as my guinea pig. It says allowed to talk. Can you talk, Joan? You're muted. You'd have to unmute yourself.
Jerry, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't put my hand up.
Oh, well, someone put your hand up for you.
Oh, okay.
Well, put your crazy hand down then. All right. Thanks, Joan. All right. I'm not sure. I hope I pronounced your name correct, but Esme, I marked, did I? Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to unmute. Well, I tell you what, you guys, I am far from an expert on this. So if you can.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, good deal. So I have your hand up.
My hand was up, but you've already answered my question. It was about the October,
okay.
the October date of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Good deal. Good deal.
I didn't know how to put my hand down.
You know what? Either do I. And half the time I never know how my hand got up in the first place. So let's see who else has a hand up. Kimberly, did you have something? Nope. I think that's all of the hands. See, you guys are very trusting on my lack of knowledge of technology. So let's see. Let's write this down. Okay. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wait a couple more. I'm gonna wait another minute to see. And Ray, I believe you are in Hannah's territory, and it's an open territory. Hannah actually is still with the ALS Association, but her husband, they moved to someplace cold. So I will make sure that the gentleman covering can reach out to you, and covering her territory, reach out to you, okay? All right, you guys, let me make sure I'm not missing any questions. I don't believe so. I think I got all the hands. So once again, you guys, thank you so much for spending this part of the day with us. I hope this was beneficial. Reach out to your care service coordinators. And if I don't see y'all before, I will see you in October. So I am going to figure out how to stop recording and see you all later. Thank you so much. Let me make sure I'm not missing a question. Yes, Will, I do see this. Okay, thank you, Will. So this will be recorded, and give me a couple days because I'm such a technological genius that I have to have someone help me figure out how to get it to the YouTube channel, because the last time I did it, I didn't do it correctly. So I'm going to ask her to help me and give me a couple days, and then it will be available, and I will make sure you get it. And if you don't, and you're thinking, hey, reach out to your care service coordinator and let them know that you want a copy, because they'll be also getting it when I get to it. Not when I get to it, but when I get help with it, is how I should say that, because technologically savvy I am not. All right, y'all, have a good day for the rest of the day. If you're in this area where the weather is going to start raining, please be safe, and I will talk to y'all later. Thank you so much.